Facing this man who was frozen in time reminded her of a classic monologue by a certain playwright. He was the noblest Roman of them all. All the conspirators save only him. Did that they did in envy of great Caesar. He only, in a general honest thought, and common good to all, made one of them. His life was gentle. The elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up. And say to all the world, this was the man. Hector knew the kingdom would eventually fall, and Achilles was aware that he was on his way to death. Yet both warriors stepped into battle just as fearless and bold. You took from our myth and left such prophecy behind. Did you expect this battle from the very beginning? No, but I hoped for it. He paused, but did not continue his words, and so the girl replied again. We believe in Kiana and all the Hershers who stand with humanity. Of course, from another perspective, we believe in you too. Interesting. As it was said, Kevin Caslana was a name that was bound to be questioned and criticized. The power he possessed was at a height that no one could reach, but even such power wasn't reliable enough in the face of finality. He was once the leader of humanity, yet now he had pushed humanity to the brink of extinction with his own hands. His contributions and crimes were almost impossible to judge. But there was one thing that no one had ever denied. No matter how he lived or how he might die, Kevin Caslana was a name that would always be human. Goodbye. Send my regards to the last Caslana. I will. Goodbye, first Caslana. The man walked away once he finished. As he turned around, that figure no longer belonged to the first Caslana, but to the last Honkai. Truthfully speaking, to communicate with another as a human was an unexpected gift to this man. But that could not change anything, especially the project he'd taken on since a long time ago. Everything also remained the same for the girl who stayed. As she composed herself with deep breath, the girl attempted to awaken something that had long become one with her. The plan she sought to bring to fruition was similarly resistant to all external influences. And when this conversation between Caslanas eventually turned into a conversation between warriors again, just like when they first met, she should hold her weapon tight. I can wield the blade as my weapon because only I can break it with my own hands. The man once made this judgment, but if he could see the girl now, clearly he would face a different answer. I can wield the blade as my weapon because I have become one with it. Regardless, the name Durandal held two meanings as well. As for the other besides the girl herself, it represented power capable of splitting the continent. And thus, she ascertained a certain truth. Dreams were as fragile as bubbles. So when this project of dreams took a turn, everyone felt nervous. Hello everyone, this is Rita Roseway, and this is my 8th situation report. Thanks to the efforts of the Valkyries, the aggregation of dreams constructed by Project Sigma is showing signs of weakening. According to Nagamitsu's calculations and how things are going, after 35 days, the segregation, I'm receiving new information. I apologize. The information I just provided was inaccurate, based on the data Durandal-sama just obtained from Kevin Caslana. According to the current model, the spontaneous disintegration of dreams will be mandated by Kevin's shadows. Even though we've ingeniously stopped the dream from expanding and dwindled them instead, Kevin's shadow are completely different things. Wait, what do you mean? Completely different things? Get Nagamitsu here and tell her to explain. As expected, you got anxious, Dr. Tesla. So you were listening. Hurry up and tell me what's going on. Basically, Kevin may be unaware of it, but his power of finality is using Honkai beasts to man what we call the aggregation of dreamlands. So, consciously or unconsciously, Honkai beasts are being implemented into people's dreams. You previously received a report on this. Honkai beasts rely on dreams to think, right? Wasn't that just metaphorical? Indeed, but this metaphor itself provides a very good explanation of Kevin's current influence on the aggregation. The true way that humans think is by creating stories, not sharing fantasies. It is the fundamental reason why we have an opportunity to destroy the aggregation. Dreams are everything to Honkai beasts, just like Sigma awakened nature of connecting things. That's why they become the natural adhesive for Project Sigma. Because they're completely unrelated to creation, the guidance we provide to ordinary people cannot be used on Honkai beasts. Anyway, I've sent you the specifics. Please take a look. So, even if every step of our plan goes smoothly, it's still too inefficient. What the heck? That chimera is such a pain. But under such circumstances, can we still rely on Teresa-sama's ability to devour dreams? Theoretically speaking, it shouldn't be a problem, but it'll probably be inadequate. Damn it! We almost had it! The expression she made at this moment was extremely rare for Rita, who always claimed to be a maid. Elegance isn't innate after all, it is a technique. Its basic requirement is the calm restraint of emotions. But the possibility she thought of now was so ridiculous, so much so that it was like the ravings of a child. Power of finality, dreamlands, shadows, cocoon. If you neglected their complicated backgrounds and considered them literally. She recalled the confident boasting she heard in the bubble universe back when she was 17 years old. This is a grand project. It's almost flawless. It just lacks an executor. become the breaker of the world. The nature of what we want to do is the same. We're merely expanding our target of destruction to the world. Since we can even treat dreams like material objects, then those shadows, just as how T-symmetry in geometry can change the location of its target from outside the circle to the inside of it. The same irritable voice brought the maid back from her thoughts. Considering the professionalism of the two professors, she decided to tell them about the ridiculous possibility. A supposition might seem absolutely absurd in the beginning. They were aware of that. Actually, I've come up with a rather risky plan. I'm just not sure if it's technically feasible. Well, wouldn't it be obvious once you tell us about it? Hurry up, spill it. We're in need of ideas right now. The desperate Dr. Tesla would never have imagined that. Their judgment would entirely change the passive attitude humanity had against the power of finality. Of course, it still required the help of different people with different types of powers, if one was to describe this plan in the most representative manner. Only those with morals can love and hate. Those who pursue morality can do no wrong. Oh, it really is completely different now. At Mount Taishan, far from Anti-Entropy HQ, the woman had a better view of the aggregation's weakening than the others after she returned. A bustling atmosphere is always the best. Unlike her experience while liberating the land, her descent from the sky even scared some children. This place was no longer so desolate due to previous efforts. Despite her desire to slowly enjoy the scenery here like a tourist, the heroic woman's footsteps didn't stop for even a moment. She knew how important this visit was for that risky plan. Although the Great Master was so sure of it, will the Herrscher of Sentience really be here? Hello, Herrscher of Sentience. Am I not welcome here? Why do I need to welcome you? This isn't my home, nor is it yours. But it's the Great Master's home, and someone told me, forget it, let's fight first. What's wrong? You roam the world, never seen a fight before? Even that you need a good reason for a fight. I'm the Herrscher of Sentience. I know what you plan to say. Got it? I see you're just in a bad mood. Enough talk. Will you fight me or not? Since you put it like that, I won't hold back. I'm Li Sushang from Wanderer's House. Let's fight. Let's see how strong you are compared to Chenling Shuang. They say I had a fight with Great Master, and there was no decisive outcome. Is it your family's tendency to go against your masters and betray your ancestors? No, I'd gone berserk at the time. Master had to fight me in order to save my life. Alright, enough. Let's fight. I hate no annoying stories like that. You're the one who mentioned my master. Not bad. Not bad indeed. You got some moves. So you're satisfied? Of course not. Didn't they send you here to convince me? Just that much fighting is far from enough. I'm here to tell you about the danger this world is facing. And what has that got to do with me? Why don't you ask that great master of yours? I've helped you so many times, so why don't you turn to her for once? The great master has her responsibilities, of course, but before that, the world really needs you, Herrscher of Sentience. Who told you to say that? Piana? Or was it Sila? Neither. It was Dr. Tesla and Dr. Einstein, and Great Master. She did not have to respond to that request. Actually, even if the Herrscher always followed her heart, and she only did things as she pleased, but that merely meant that she wasn't concerned with trivialities, not that she wasn't intelligent. After they confronted Kevin together on the moon, the Herrscher of Sentience did contemplate her unreasonable experiences. Due to her own uniqueness, Project Sigma did affect her nothing, but it was obvious that she didn't care about humanity's future. But what if she did it all just for Fu Hua? That old-timer isn't worth it. See? She would never admit it. Forget it. I'll think of it as a returning a favor. I don't want to owe her anything. Alright, tell me about it. I guess I'll have to finish what I started and see this through. And so, her personality seemingly also became her destiny. The Elysian Realm. Eden. After extremely careful observation, the man finally determined that the scene before him was no coincidence. Just like how even a monkey could quote Shakespeare, no dream weaved by the 7 billion whales would be strange enough to warrant his time and thoughts. But this is the Elysian Realm, and not a coincidence made from dream materials. Right after he came to this conclusion, the man shook his head and rejected it. The aggregation of dreams was not omnipotent, and the beauty it weaved together required existing materials for its foundation. But whether it's ready-made, hua, or plain, every witness of the Elysian realm was not in a dream. In other words, there was only one possibility behind the scene before his eyes. The man looked around once more. He seemed intent on finding some kind of flaw to prove against that absurd possibility. But to no avail. Does that mean that I am dreaming now? A dose of his own medicine. Obviously, someone was trying to do that unto him. But he was Chimera's incarnation. No dream could touch the power of finality he possessed. There was a planet with no atmosphere in the dreams of Honkai beasts. There were no seasons there, and the dark soil constantly burnt under the hot sun. Finality served no purpose there. Everlasting death consumed the entire planet. There was a planet shrouded by acid clouds in the dreams of Honkai beasts. There, a day felt like a year, and beyond the clouds, the sun rose from the west and set from the east. Finality had long finished its work there. Everlasting death consumed the entire planet. There was a planet where crimson sand filled the sky in the dreams of Honkai beasts. There, 2 moons hung in the sky, and one shone brighter than Venus. Finality has stalled there. The sparse bubble universes are the final echoes of civilization. Pathetic. There was a gas giant with beautiful light in the dreams of Honkai beasts. One of its satellites remained dormant in its cradle, waiting for the light and warmth to bestow life upon it. There were 2 ice giants with an unending blizzard in the dreams of Honkai beasts. The enchanting pastel blue, the captivating cerulean blue, cruel in its beauty, just like the galaxy. There was a gas giant with complex patterns in the dreams of Honkai beasts. One of his satellites was damaged by tidal force and lava constantly spewed on its surface, covering the planet in sulfur. Show yourself, Herrscher of Sentience.
是之律者。
You live up to your reputation, even though I've been doing my best to use Honkai Beast's dream to attack Chimera's source. It barely troubled you. Strictly speaking, Honkai beasts aren't sentient beings, so your powers are never meant to be used on them. Well, I found something quite novel. Honkai beasts rely on dreams to think. Is that true? They are the limbs of tertiaries and the cocoon senses. Their dreams encompass Finality's thought on the entire solar system. Does that mean they're actually otherworldly visitors? Based on these dreams, they have been to other planets in the solar system long before they landed on the moon. The Earth may be their last stop. I see. That's amazing. In that case, do you want to consider sharing that part of Chimera's power with us? If you're capable of it, you can try to take it. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't be asking for me to give my power to all of you. It'll only become a responsibility that you cannot uphold. I knew it. Fine, if you want to fight. Shall we have a go? You should know that you're no match for me. Are you forgetting something? This is a dream. It's a space of sentience. Things aren't the same.